Ray, your goddamn handle says Jules Winfield for everything, so it confuses people.
It's changed now. It's now Ray. Now it's Rem shit. Again. It's different Rem.
Oh, there we go. Here. Is that better?
But I don't see any changes.
It's on the.
Oh, I see him
in the navigation bar on the left of Discord.
Oh, it says Ray. Okay. Yeah.
I changed it to Rem for a second there.
Tom, so, when I used to be a big time internet celebrity, I used to have a little show called Torn Think Tank, and my co-host was Jules. And Ray was a big fan of Torn Think Tank. So in order to like gain my attention and my love, he changed his name to Jules so he'd think I'd love him. Turns out I don't really love the name Jules.
That's exactly how it went down. No, so here's a funny Discord one. So all my buddies that I spent a few years hanging out with here in NorCal, they started an online clan just for whatever games they would play. And they had this thing where they didn't have a tag, like a clan tag. All they did was had 3 consecutive letters, like somewhere in their name. So the one guy's name was Leapy. So it was Leappy. And like, it's Fester. So Fessst. So dumb. Yeah. So like, it's hard to tell if they're actually part of the same clan. But in Discord, so like for Leapy, I would just like every couple hours change his name because I was the moderator to like add another P, and he had no idea he was doing it. I would just do it, and it would just get longer and longer and longer, and he just gets so mad. He like, who keeps adding fucking P's to my name? And just like, dude, it's just one of those like little miniature troll things that just kept escalating. It's just fun to mess with the
he
nicknames.
Deserves it. That's why.
Yeah, that's good times.
Fuck that
messing
guy.
with the nicknames.
All right, Ray, you ready?
He's a big fan of the show.
Tom, you good to go? We all set?
All right. Yeah, I'm good, man. I got drinks.
Nice.
Good to go.
Let's get the intro and we'll do a show. This will be fun. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 82 of the Rich Dickman Show, the podcast. It is slightly better than mediocre. I am your host, I am Rem. I am doing something different tonight, and I feel all out of rhythm and out of sorts. I don't know what it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. Did I say figured it out? I don't know. It's going to be good. Hey Ray, he's over there. Third world country. He just referred to it as NorCal, which is super annoying. I think I want to yell at him. Hey Ray, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, reporting to you live from NorCal, the home of the greatest upper half of any state in the world.
I hate everything about your stupid state. And it's terrible. Everything about it is gross, and you need to move. When are you moving?
It's a pretty good state. So basically the way it's actually divided is NorCal, SoCal, and then the Bay Area. So NorCal, very conservative, SoCal... bunch of liberals.
That's enough.
They could fall off into the ocean.
Ray, that's enough about your third world country. We have a very special guest tonight, and we talked about this last week. And I am super excited because I had no idea this gentleman had anything to do with my new favorite wrestling theme song. From Roast Mortem Cast, it is Tom. Hey Tom, what's going on, pal?
Hello there. Thanks for having me on again.
No, thanks for coming on. This is exciting.
Of course, man.
We're gonna sit here.
I had a great time last time, so let's continue. You know,
cool. All right, Ray's just gonna sit there and laugh along as I nerd out with you. See, he's starting already.
You got the North Cal over there. You got Long Island, home of Bagel Strokes. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Is that the Bagel Boss?
Yeah, he had a stroke, so he's now Bagel Strokes.
He had a stroke? What the fuck? When was this?
See, that doesn't hit the news that quick.
No.
Yeah, he got so mad. I don't even know. I don't know all the details. I just read the article. Like, I read the header on the article. I wasn't surprised. Poor guy.
Ray, do you know about the Bagel Boss?
No, I think I only know Cake Boss.
No, let me see if I can find this one. Tom, can you fill Ray in on the Bagel Boss?
Yeah, so the Bagel Boss is he's a short man, a man nonetheless, and there was this whole conundrum. It was a viral video where he got mad in one of the locally owned Jewish bagel shops around here in Plainview called Bagel Boss, And, yeah, he lost his fucking mind because someone was looking at him the wrong way and, started screaming at everyone, saying how everyone looks at him weird because he's short and, you know, how he can't get dates and all the dating profile, all the discrimination he faces, the hardships.
We're going right into this right away. I found the video.
Why is it okay for women to say, "Oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead"? That's okay.
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip.
Right, he's in the middle of a bagel store.
Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss.
Bagel stores are a hotbed of
Dude, you want to step outside?
people judging others.
Step outside. Huh? I'm
He's
not
about 5 foot tall.
You shut up, too. No, go ahead and attack me, Vic.
Oh, the guy just attacked him.
Oh my god! I just wanted bagels.
I just want to
Yeah, that's great.
So like, yeah, Long Island is, you know, we're famous for a lot of stuff. We had the Vanderbilts here. Teddy Roosevelt lived here, Sagamore Hill. And now we have Bagel Boss. Like he's my Teddy Roosevelt. And I mean, I'm 6'3", so I don't identify with this problem, but I do identify with his accent.
Yeah.
And how upset he is. You know, it's fucking hysterical, but at the same time, like, I feel for someone who's constantly picked on for like that thing, you know, that one thing, whether it's like you're super short or, I mean, my sister's boyfriend is like 6'9" or some shit like that.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Everywhere he goes, he's like, "Oh, yeah, how's the weather up there?" Like, he's heard that his entire life. And the dude's a total sweetheart. And he bites his lip. He's like, all right, it's good up here. But you know what I mean.
Tom,
anyway, Long Island. That's it.
Yeah, as a Long Islander, what things do you get unreasonably mad at?
I mean, the traffic here is, like, LA is famous for its traffic, but Long Island is much worse. When I was in LA, it was like nothing. Like, I didn't feel the difference. I don't know. I mean, the place isn't built right. It was all the roads and infrastructure was set up by Robert Moses, and he did a terrible job.
Idiot.
So I don't know. It's just like, just getting places sucks around here.
Yeah. It's like a long island. Like, it's literally an island that's long. And I can imagine how much of a pain in the ass it is just going back and forth without any way, you know, roundabout way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to New York City, you got 15 different ways to get through 95. But you probably just have like one road that takes you out to Long Island.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 big ones that go east to west from Manhattan, but they're always just fucked any time of day.
You know, I was in Queens a couple weeks ago, and I used to like taking a train down there, but then I decided it's a 3-hour ride with the train. It's 40 minutes to New Haven to get to the train, and then the 2 hours it is on the train. And at night, it's a 2 hour and 18-minute ride no matter what, because it makes all the stops. And then it's another 40, you know, it's taking me forever. So I can get back and forth I can get home in 2 hours. I get there in 3 because of the traffic. So, anyways, I don't know why I went there.
It's all the same problem, you know, like just transportation in general. I know it's bad everywhere, but like Long Island is the understated king of that shit.
That's interesting. Cause LA, like I was just in LA about a week ago and, it's, 6, 7 to 8 hour drive from where I'm at. So I don't get there very often, but as I was down there, I encountered an insane guy driving on the freeway. And let me just tell you, I was born to drive through shitty LA traffic. Like, I am excellent at picking lanes, weaving through traffic. When you put the GPS in Waze, it says like 34 minutes. I'm like, challenge accepted. Screw you. I'm going to do it in 27 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can beat that time.
You got kids.
Of course.
Now, this guy, I swear to God, this guy bought a convertible just so that he could flip people off and yell at them. All I know is he comes up next to me and he's riding the ass of this car in front of him. And he's literally fully extended arm, middle finger up. And he's also doing the pointing to the side, like, you know, get over, move over. And I'm like, yeah, this guy literally has a convertible. just so he can do this. Like, he's enjoying this. And he's like, fuck you. And like, just flipping the guy off. And oh man, he was at it for a good like 2 miles on this guy's. And I was like, you know, that's, yeah, interesting that he must have bought that convertible just to that. And I don't know. Do you guys deal with that
I
crazy
don't understand.
drivers?
That mentality makes me crazy because like, you don't know who had a bad day and who's carrying what in their passenger seat. You know, it's God, people are so stupid when they're driving their cars. They feel invincible. But man, my dad tells me this story. My dad, old Italian guy, knew a lot of Italian guys back in the 80s, if you know what I'm talking about. And, he was driving with somebody and a truck came up upon them on the side and started like flipping them off and beeping the horn because he didn't like the way the guy who driving my dad's car was driving. So the guy driving pulled out a handgun and showed it at the guy driving the truck. And the guy driving the truck slammed on his brakes and was never heard from again. So, I mean, you don't know what's
I like
going
that.
on. Yeah.
I like that a lot. Just taking care of business.
Oh,
Fucking
so
teach
all I
him a
gotta do
lesson,
is
man.
carry a handgun.
Yeah. Ray, I have a question. Was that
Yeah.
convertible, a Prius convertible? Because when I was in LA, every car was a Prius and I wanted to just, I don't know. They look like toilet bowls to me. Actually, no, that's
I
not fair.
hate
They look like
Priuses.
they're dripping out of a penis because they're just so droopy and drippy
Shade.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a pre-cum car, you know?
No, he was driving a
God.
BMW
Episode
3 Series. It was like probably about a 2005 BMW 3 Series.
You know, Ray, the first rule of improv is yes and. You could have gone with the pre-cum car for a while. We could have.
Oh yeah, it's true.
We could have done
Yes.
that. Yeah.
And Rem, when you came down to Queens, you went to that Evolve show, right?
Yes, sir.
How was that?
It was great. I love going to the Evolve shows. It's a little club called La Boom, right in Queens, and it's a Latin dance club, except once every couple months on a Friday night on a Saturday night, it becomes a wrestling venue. And,
Oh, that's amazing.
it's fantastic. We sit in the second row, Chris O.C. and I, and it's so much fun because these guys are out there just busting their ass and they put on a good show. It's very rare you see a bad match. And it's just so much fun. You put a bunch of wrestling nerds, a lot of idiots carrying around their title belts, which I still don't understand that. Tom, I don't know if you've seen this, going to a wrestling event, but these guys who walk around with their championship belts. Like, I went to a couple events with my father this past year, and we're going to Raw actually in Hartford in December. And he can't understand why somebody would walk around with a replica title belt. So I told him, I said, Dad, Chris O.C. has a rule, is that if you walk around with a title belt, you have to be ready to defend it at all times. So you should challenge him to a fight. And my dad got a kick out of that.
That is funny.
It's definitely a tough guy flex for sure. But also it doesn't make any sense. You're right.
No.
I know exactly what you mean. I mean, yeah, like what are you going to do? What's going on here? You're just carrying that around? That's what's going to happen here? Someone's going to make some jokes, but
You're just walking around with an NXT Tag Team Championship belt. I mean, what the fuck? Chris O.C. has a replica Intercontinental belt, but he leaves it in his house. So when I go over to his place, I see it and I touch it and I think it's cool. But then he's just walking around with their belt. It's just the stupidest shit.
yeah, that should be treated like a Fabergé egg of wrestling. You know, it's just like, here's this thing. It's the ultimate homage that I'm going to put on my wall.
Right. Especially if you're
Not
spending
like-
$250,
Not like
$500
check
on
this
it.
shit out. I'm gonna spill Pepsi all over this when I go see this Evolve show.
Yeah, absolutely. They carry it over their shoulders and they look so uncomfortable with it because they have no place to put it down. They have to hold it all night. It's so ridiculous.
No
But
thanks.
other than that, it was fun. Yeah. You gotta, next time, I think the next one is February 15th, Tom. But that's like Valentine's Day. I don't know that I'll be allowed out of the house.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Depends on
Yeah,
whether.
we'll be in touch. I'd love to go see one of these with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. It's a good time. So, Tom, before we get too lost in the weeds here and I start pinging your brain, please remind my audience again about Roast Mortem Cast and what you guys do and where we can find it, because that's important. You guys do a great job. I love your show, and I want to make sure that we get everybody up to date and up to speed.
Oh, well, thanks. Roast Mortem it's my podcast that I do with one cousin and two friends. We talk shit about dead people. It's a very, you know, I've been asked to describe this a million times, but it's never really what I think it is in my head. We research a famous dead person and we find all their follies and we talk shit about them. And that's the premise of it. And it's a lot of fun. And we're on every single platform. So just type in Roast Mortem. If you feel like learning something, if you want to hear my buddy Travis talk about his penis too much. Yeah, it's a good time. We have a blast. We're just over 2 years of doing it now. And,
Nice.
we have a really, really cool guest coming in very soon. I don't want to
Can you
spoil
announce
it,
it?
but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but I have a feeling that a lot of people who listen to your show know this guest.
Oh, are you approaching episode 108?
Yes.
Okay.
You
All right.
got-
I know who the guest is. Yeah.
You got Barack
gonna-
Obama on the podcast.
Did-
I got
he
Barack
absolutely
Obama.
did.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Wow.
And
Live from
Michelle's
Las
going to be
Vegas.
there
What a
too. But she's just
Both
gonna,
of them.
Michelle's going to sit on Mike's lap,
Oh, man.
and then his girlfriend's going to get angry at him. It's going to be awesome.
She'll be fine with
adds
it,
a
though.
whole
Michelle.
new element to the podcast. Yeah.
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 As
And
I
then
said-
there's that one. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I'm plugging the
No,
other
no,
one
go ahead.
too because I
Go
got
for
it. And the other baby of mine is Heavy Hole Podcast, which is a deep dive into underground death metal and grindcore and gore grind and black metal. With my co-host Will Smith of Artificial Brain and my buddy Justin, and we talk a lot of shop and we interview a lot of really cool artists.
You should-
know? Really,
You should
really great-
introduce him as Will Smith of Artificial Intelligence. You know, from the movie.
Wait, is that in a movie that he's in?
AI, yeah. Was it? No,
Was
he wasn't
he-
in it. Fuck, he wasn't. He was an iRobot. God damn it. There goes my joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
Ray,
right.
I'm canceling
That's
myself tonight. You take over.
No, Will's heard it all, man. He's a few years older than me, so he grew up like in high school. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was airing on TV, so he heard it all. He's heard all the
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah,
I
he knows
imagine.
every Will Smith movie without ever having researched any of them or seen any of them. Right.
Yeah, it comes up a lot. It's,
Yeah.
poor guy, but he's a great vocalist. If you like very soupy, guttural, low death metal vocals, he's one of the best.
Wait, which
right.
which Will Smith are you talking about there?
Oh,
The rapper, obviously. Jesus.
the really, really
Yeah.
cool one.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube's
There
number
you
one
go.
star.
Way to sit on that fence.
So
Yes.
as I said, when you guys were on several weeks ago, what I love about Roast Mortem Cast is that when somebody dies, we always find a way to talk positively about them, even though that may not be the case. So you guys are bringing the actual truth, you know, talking the shit. And I love that. I love talking shit about alive people. I love talking shit about dead people, especially because they can't talk back. So you got a great show. So thank you very much for doing it. And everybody should check it out if you haven't yet, but I'm sure you have. Anybody
Yeah,
who
check it
listened
out.
to that
It's a good time.
last one probably doesn't listen
Hey,
anymore.
I've got a proposition for you. If I send you a bunch of embarrassing shit that I do, after I die, will you guys do a roast mortem of me?
How old are you?
34.
34? Yeah, we'll do it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter how old I am, right? Because you never know when you're going to go. Or what's your reasoning behind that?
I just
I'm
need,
curious now.
I just need, the incentive of, all right, you're like 2 years older than me. So maybe I'll outlive you and then maybe
Christ,
I'll
am
do
I
it.
really the old man
Gotcha.
again, Ray? God damn it. All you fucking people who've been on this show have been all younger than me, except Matt recently. Like, I hate being
Right.
so old now.
Sorry, I lied. I'm only 24.
Tom, I'm going to be 39 next week. It's terrible.
I mean, are you real sad about it? Or are you,
When
or
I
are you
think about
just,
it, I am.
I have found that I am happier every year I'm alive. Like I didn't like my childhood that much. Not that it was a bad one, but I guess I was just a mopey, miserable kid.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that whole, like the getting older thing seems to be working
Dude.
for me.
Dude, you're what, 32?
I'm about to be 32.
Okay. When's your birthday? Do we have the same birthday? Oh my God, that'd be crazy if we did.
Well, it's, I'm being a little generous. It's April 14th.
Oh, well, fuck you then. Okay. It's not going to be 32. Look, you haven't hit the point where your body starts breaking down and your back hurts all the time. And like, I got this kink in my neck I can't fucking get rid of. And it bothers me when I twist the wrong way. I have arthritis in the joint in my thumb and it feels like it's broken. I broke my foot several years ago and it still hurts to this day. My back has been an issue for years. Just back in late summer, I was cleaning up the kids' pool. Fucked my back up. Boom. I was lifting up a bag of rocks. Boom. There's a pop. There goes my back, right? So I was out for like 3 days. I got it back together. And then the next week I was in bed. I could not get out of bed, Tom. It was 8:00 in the morning. I could not move. I'm there screaming in agony and nobody's coming to help me because they think I'm faking, because that's another thing that happens because I'm not 40 yet. They think you're just faking it and making excuses. I could not get out of fucking bed. All right. And so I finally did manage to get out of bed that day and got it worked out. Things are getting better. Okay. I have these people. I don't know if you know, Facebook. You can sell shit on Facebook through Facebook tag sale. But my wife sells.
I've been off Facebook for a while.
God bless you. Me too. My wife sells a ton of shit off of Facebook, right? And we had this thing, like this gas propane fire pit that didn't work. And she sold it for $20. God bless her. But the people came to pick it up and I have to help this asshole put it into his truck, right? So we're carrying it down the stairs and what happens? Pop. There goes the back again. Like in front of these people. It's fucking embarrassing how everything just breaks down all of a sudden. I got my hands moving in front of me because I'm so annoyed at this. Enjoy your youth, Tom and Ray, because it goes quick. It'll disappear after you turn 36. Boom. Gone. All right. Roast Mortem Cast.
Damn.
Great show. Please check it out.
Tag onto that.
I have no complaints now, dude. You just painted quite the picture for me. I feel
the worst.
I'm an empathetic man.
Let me just add this in there. Tom, don't believe all that he's saying. He has always been an old man. There is roughly like 200 episodes scattered over the internet of him being an old man. Okay.
All right.
So he's just growing into himself now.
Only 100 of those are me being old. Okay. And then, anyways. All right. So the reason you're here, Tom, is because, there is a wrestling tag team called the Street Profits. And they recently came up to the main roster. They were an NXT tag team and they came up on Raw. And actually, I did see them once at an Evolve show. They were the Evolve tag team champions for a couple of months. And I saw them at La Boom. Yeah. Now, they have this music. It's called Bring the Swag. And if you listened to our show last week, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me play it for Lisa and Lindsay of Garbage and Gold. And I am absolutely in love with this song. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I'm in love with it. I play it on my Google Home while I'm folding laundry and everything. All right. It gets me going. So I'm going to play a little bit again, Ray and Tom, just to remind the audience of what it is. Okay. So don't mind me. All right.
No, remind me too, man.
Okay. So everyone needs to pay close attention to this because it's amazing. Like, it fits their act perfectly. And they come to the ring, and they're dancing, and they go through the crowd. And they're not dancing, they're bouncing. And they go through the crowd. And they're holding party cups. And it's great. It's just so much fun. And I'm going to bring this down. And what everybody should know is that it's 4 minutes and 28 seconds of the same lyrics over and over again, okay?
Yeah, I can explain that.
Yeah. So now what we learned about Tom last time you were on was that you were part of the CFOs, which made a lot of the recent WWE music. So I tweeted you and I said, hey, do you know who made this song? Because God damn it, I love it and you should give them a hug for me, or whatever the tweet was. And it turns out, Tom, well, why don't you tell me?
Well, I wrote the instrumental for that song. It disappeared into the CFO's ethos because we have a huge sound library that we would just make shit and shoot it around. And
can imagine
when we get hit up by the WWE folks about a certain thing, if we have something that fits, then we retrofit it. Now, that song, it's really funny you sent it to me because I had no idea that was a theme song.
Really?
Yeah, because I had written it and I put it in the library, and I guess my two dudes, my coworkers over there, they found it and they made it fit with whatever WWE was asking for, and they're both very good lyricists, and John is a better producer than I am by far. He kind of taught me everything I know. I don't think I'm a bad producer or anything like that. I mean, I wrote a bunch of shit and went to air. It's all good, but John can bring shit to the next level for sure. He's very sonically gifted.
John's not Jay Frost, is he? Because it says "Bring the Swag" featuring Jay Frost.
No, so we, well, not we, because I was out at this point, but they would hire vocalists to do certain songs.
Right.
Because John didn't sing, really. He did do some raps, but I think he did like 2 raps for them, and they were like, well, that's enough of your voice on this. So they had a little talent pool, and they would have John write the lyrics for the guy or whoever it is. Whoever this Jay Frost character is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his deal is at all, to be honest with you. But, you know, we'd have talent come in and we'd work on them and work with them, guide them through the process of being on a WWE theme song.
Right. Okay. So when you say you made the instrumental, can you just kind of be more specific? As all that music in the background, including the drumming part, or is it just the horns and stuff?
So all those fills in the beginning.
Yeah.
That sounds like John went in and redid what I was working on. The beat overall sounds pretty much what I did. He may have sound replaced a few of the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, he definitely did that fill at the top. I don't think there was a fill on the version I had. It was just, you know, it's library music. What we do is like crank out we crank out a tune with a short intro, whatever comes to mind, because the intro always gets worked on even more. That never flies under the radar, the whole intro thing. So it's like, if you're just writing a song to get an idea out there, either no intro or just shit it out. And then you would come up with like essentially 2 parts and make it loop. And that would go in the library, and then all the stems for it that we created would also go in the library, and John owns part of it. We all owned parts of the song. You understand? Mm-hmm. Anything that went in that library, we all took a little piece of.
Okay. So when you're writing like this theme in particular, and I have questions about other ones too, but we'll get there.
Also, I'll just tell you right now,
yeah.
I'm legally not supposed to be talking about this, but I don't really care.
Oh, no shit. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But there's, fuck WWE. Like, whatever. What are they going to do?
They can talk to my attorney, Jonathan Silver.
Yes.
Cody, get ready. But let's, when you're writing, when you're coming up with this one in particular, like, what are you sitting at a computer playing with like Pro Tools or something, or do you have a guitar in your hand, or what's the process?
Sometimes I just start with the sound. A lot of writers will like take a melody on whatever instrument they're most familiar with. Mine would be guitar. Mm-hmm. But sometimes when I'm doing pieces like that, I'll kind of just make a little line, or kind of not really necessarily starting with the melody, but rather starting with something that has that kind of punch, or the kind of flow or legato or, movement that I'm looking for. And then I'll just dick around and find the sound I want. So if I'm using the East-West library to, look through and find their horn section, like you can stack horns and give it a certain like round robin feel. So for that one, I know I was probably just dicking around with my East-West and making a cool sound to work with. Because like I said, I wasn't writing that for anything particular.
So you just sitting around and just something came to your brain and you're just fucking around and all of a sudden you got this.
Yeah. I mean, when your day job is just writing music, it's not like an inspiration thing you're looking for. You're just kind of dancing around the idea of a sound. Like you will hear a guitar and you will hear the way it's played and the amp it's going through or the fuzz or whatever's going on there. And you'll be like, okay, I'm going to pick up a guitar and try to make a similar sound to that. And then you start digging around. You find yourself nowhere close to that. And then you write a riff around it. So the same thing works with the virtual instruments like the East-West or Contact. I'm not sure. I have a couple of those. I couldn't walk you through the process if I wanted to, but
it just happens, right?
It's boring. Trust me. It's a lot of just, twisting knobs and on a screen. I wish I had like some serious gear where I could, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Get my hands dirty on some analog shit.
That leads me to another question now that I didn't think I would ask, but you said it. So it was your day job. So at what point does making music being your day job become losing its passion in your brain? Or that wording is weird, but when do you not enjoy it anymore? Or do you always enjoy it?
Luckily for me, I didn't really like 90% of the songs I was working on.
Oh.
So it didn't really stop me from writing my own music. And, like I said before, I like shit like what I talk about in Heavy Hole. I like grindcore. I like death metal. I love stuff like that. That's something that's totally off WWE's radar. So,
absolutely.
Like, if I'm trying to get creative juices going again, like, yeah, there's some songs I wrote that I like the way they came out, and they're okay songs. But a lot of the stuff that we were doing, it was like, you just remove yourself. Like, I rarely got frustrated or anything like that about writing these songs. If it wasn't working, I would just go on a walk and grab a fucking bagel and then come back and just start over again.
Just yell at people for thinking you're too tall.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting because I never really, there were times where I could say that job sucked, but that job is way cooler than a lot of other jobs. So I still feel grateful.
It's cooler than my job. That's for sure. Jesus Christ. Have you ever, so you said that you kind of sitting around just thinking of ideas and then making music from them. But have you ever, did they ever come to you? And when I say they, I mean the general they, is so as not to cause any legal issues. But we know who I'm talking about. Did they ever come to you guys with like a specific instruction? Like they say, hey, we have this performer. He's really large. He walks slow and he hits hard. Make me a theme song. Is that kind of how that goes? Yeah.
Yeah. We would get notes and, it would be catered to whatever the producers wanted.
Really?
It was very, very rare where they would say, hey, here's the artist. I mean, here's the talent. Make a theme song. There's so many people who work at WWE who have to justify their jobs.
Yeah.
So
I imagine
they all need to put input in. And at the end of the day there, you have Vince McMahon who usually overrides a lot of these creative decisions, and usually for the worst, because like some of the feedback I got and directions, they were fine by me. And then other ones, you could just tell the fucking producer. You could tell what producer it was coming from, even though it was coming from someone else, like a middleman. Well, I'm not going to use any names, but
I know.
My guy who I talked to directly there, he was a good dude. He would gather notes, and then he would also weigh in a little bit. And I didn't know the producers' names, but I'd be like, okay, that's this guy, because he's using the same fucking Eminem song 5-6 times in a row to reference something just that has nothing to do with the song, really. Like there's like, they used a lot of metaphors that were non-metaphors. So it was like, use the attitude from this song, but make it sound like this song. Well, it's like, well, the song you're asking me to make it sound like has its own attitude, and it does it well. So I'll just use that, and then the other thing you said doesn't matter. You understand? It was like a lot of that shit.
Because now I'll tell you, I took a break from wrestling from 2005 to 2016, or 2006 to 2016. So 10 years I was away. I didn't watch any wrestling at all. I'd gotten married. I was having kids. I was just didn't have time. It wasn't watching. When I came back in 2016, I started to notice like a lot of the theme songs were kind of similar, in that the main riff, I guess, would be it kind of repeats over and over again, like Dean Ambrose's theme, or Seth Rollins' theme, or even like Roman Reigns' theme. They kind of, it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I was like, man, that's really different from the music I remember, because back when I really grew up, through late 80s, 90s, and late 90s, with the Attitude era, god damn it. Every wrestler had like their unique theme song, and with the albums they released, like WWE The Music Volume 1, 2, and 3, they were legit songs that you could listen to over and over again. It just seemed like there was a different shift in music. And when you say that the producers got involved and overproduced everything and too many notes, and this all starts to make sense. They wanted one specific little part to go just play on a loop.
Yeah, they wanted like an audio sticker. Like it was always the same thing. There was never any deviation from this. What it was is, instead of doing your typical intro, they would refer to those as signatures because they want to brand everyone right off the top. Not realizing how important a piece of music could be if you let it breathe.
Right.
So we did write a lot of things. I think I started working there in 2014. I guess 2014 I started actually writing themes with them. It was a shame because we just came to this realization, like me and the team I was with, that was like, okay, we're going to try to push songs through. And then we realized this trend of, okay, they want the same cuts done in every song. So it was always the signature, like I mentioned before, an A part and a B part, and then the signature again. And that's it. Yeah. And then we would loop it for as long as it hit over 4 minutes, just loop it that many times.
Right, because that's the time for them to get, walk down the ramp, get to the ring, walk around, and not have to repeat anything over.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they could do that whole horse and pony dance before they, had to loop it on their own end. I mean, like, dude, I could fucking loop a song all day,
Yeah. Because this makes a lot more sense. And to those who of my audience who do watch wrestling, you'll start noticing all this stuff too. Cause, last time you were on, I think you said you did the Kevin Owens theme. Is that,
yeah.
Am I remembering correctly? Yeah. All right. So Ray, I want to play the Kevin Owens theme for you just a little bit. And I want you to see if you can pick out the A and the B part. Cause it's really all there is. No offense. I love the theme, Tom. I love it. I'm a big fan of it, but here.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was one of my, it was easy because but it's good,
Yeah.
Oh, there's the A part. I got that. I'm so good at this.
So that was the signature. Now we're in the A part.
Yep. And then the guy hitting the drums. And this is the B part, right?
Yep.
This is my favorite part. I love this part. But now, so Ray, I want you to pay attention to how long this lasts, okay? We're 35 seconds into the song right now. And watch what happens here. 42 seconds. Goes right back into the A part.
Yeah.
All right, let me fade that one down. So I love that theme, and for that particular wrestler, I think it works great because, his attitude is all about fighting, and he's just coming to beat the shit out of you, and it works.
Yeah.
So
he's like a human Klingon, so it works for him, like having just the two parts. Like, here it is, here's the, it's about being open and closed. Like, those are the two dynamics in that song. So the first part is really, really closed sounding, but it sounds tough, and then it opens up, and it's like, basically that works as a composition because when the A part comes back, it just sounds tougher.
Right.
Like tough songs need really light sounding parts in them. Even though the guitars are distorted, when you're using those suspended chords on a guitar, it sounds like airy. So using that, opening it up and then letting it close again become really tough.
Right.
For him, it works because he's a simple character. But, it's unfortunate that that's what I had to do.
But I think it's kind of like the purest example of what we're talking about here. It's just, just kind of just the signature, the A, the B, and just repeating over and over again for 4 minutes. And there could be so much more to that. Like you could, cause when that B part is going, like I wanted to kick into gear. I'm like, I'm ready for this shit. It's going to hit me. I'm ready. And then boom, it's just right back to the beginning. Like, wait a second, what happened? So what was the process in making that one? Is that something like with the Street Profits theme you had in the bank, or were you given notes on this one that was a project you had to do?
All right. So if I get called out by WWE, it's for saying this. That was for Dean Ambrose initially.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that.
Yeah. It's all right. I mean, I don't think a lot of people who work at WWE give a shit.
And nobody listens to this podcast anyways. Don't worry.
No, I mean, it doesn't, if 100,000 people download this and, 30 of them work at WWE, no one's going to give a shit. There's like this, like that company is just angry, They're like resentful they're there. And the people who say they're really into it are just like really sad.
That's terrible. I'm so sad to hear that. So that was for Dean Ambrose. So did they give you notes on Dean Ambrose's character, or just how did it come about?
So that was a rush job. What happened was they were rebranding Dean, and John and Mike, who wrote together, they were cranking out 2 theme songs in a day.
Jesus. And
they wanted me to do 2 theme songs in a day, which makes it easier if you think about it, like the whole intro A-B part thing, because you don't have to write that much. You still have to produce it and make it sound good, which takes time, but so yeah, they were like, we need to rebrand Dean Ambrose. All we know is like rock and straightforward. And actually, I remember for some reason that was the second one I wrote. The first one, I totally just, I was in a crazy writing place, and like personally, I totally forgo this whole simple thing. And I had written this really weird fucking like System of a Down kind of like chomp 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 in 7/4 time signature. So like most of the, like, first of all, doing an odd time signature on a WWE song is absurd. It's really stupid, but I did it. And I sent it to the producers. They were like, what the fuck is this? So then I wrote that one when I was just like, it was kind of like making fun of myself in a way, I guess, if you want to call it that. Cause I was like, all right, Tom, really simple now, just like pick 3 notes and go with it.
And they're like, this is brilliant.
Yeah, it works. And dude, to their credit, I would never have taken that first song I did and made that a wrestler's theme song. It was too much. And the Kevin Owens theme, it worked out well, because I knew what I had to do.
Yeah. So the last one I want to play, and this is more for Ray than anybody else, is the Dean Ambrose song. And, would actually end up with, no, I may have to edit all this out. This may be the wrong one because, God forbid I previewed any of this shit beforehand, man. But let's see what we get. So Ray, you tell me what you think of this before Tom tells us anything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, here we go. I hate this. No, just listen to this, Ray. Ready for it to start? Nope.
It's the beginning of Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue, and then it goes into Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. And then it comes into this part.
On a loop. Yeah, it's like it tries to restart.
Is that the drum part of the game? Hold on, we gotta get to this one.
This part. That's the part. You can't keep doing that.
This is the best part.
Yeah. This is the best part. So you're waiting here. Oh, they're really gonna kick my ass now. It's really gonna come. I'm gonna blow my load watching a wrestler's entrance because this is fucking awesome. I love this. Here it comes, Ray. You ready? Oh my god. Oh my god. What? What's happening? It's like the ultimate cock tease of a wrestler's entrance song.
Yeah.
It never gets going.
It's all intro.
Tom,
it's like
what did you have to do with that, Tom? Did you have any part of that at all?
No, that was being written while I was writing the Kevin Owens one. And look, let me tell you something. You have to understand that, like, John and Mike, they are really fucking good at what they do.
Oh, yeah.
That was a case of producers jumping in and just fucking up everything. Like the other song, it was simple, like Kevin Owens' song. It was very simple, but the fucking signature sound, them going into it all the time, that's not John and Mike's idea, That's someone else's. That's someone I'm not going to name,
I mean, if you're listening to it, you can tell there was more there that they wanted to get out, and then it just gets cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happened all the time. I mean, what was the name of those fucking guys? What was it? Jordan and Gable?
Yeah.
American Alpha. Those wrestlers. Yeah, American Alpha. I wrote that theme song, and it got totally bastardized. Yeah. Because I sent it in, and I wrote this pretty cool beat. It was kind of based on some backpack rap I had listening to, but just make it bigger sounding. And they totally botched it. I put in that little guitar. There's like a little guitar lick. This one? Yeah. Like, listen to how this song flows. It doesn't make any sense.
I noticed it always felt choppy to me.
Yeah, because I wrote it another way, and it just got, like, all the parts got blown around, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here, you know? At a certain point, you write the song, and then it gets chopped up enough, you're like, I don't give a shit, you know, like... like...
Yeah, it's all over the place. You're absolutely right. I was never... I can see where the potential is there. I was never a fan of this one because it felt like it just is another one that just didn't start. You know, it started, but it never continued. It started and stopped and started again.
Yeah, it's you know what? Like, I don't think it's like the greatest song I've ever written or anything like that, but holy shit, the way they chopped that up, like all the charm in it was just gone. Because they don't understand that dynamics is a thing. Like, you write a song in an order for a reason. And as soon as that gets fucked up, then your song's fucked up. So usually the first thing they do is fuck up your song. It sucks. Actually,
you didn't.
Oh, no. What were we going to say?
I was going to ask if I was just changing to a different couple of wrestlers, but if you had anything to do with the Gargano and Ciampa Chrome Hearts entrance.
Fuck, what is that one? I would know it if I did so many.
Play it.
Yeah, play it.
If it even sticks. Let's go. Pick it up. I got a podcast here. This one. I do like this one a lot.
No, I had nothing to do with this one.
No?
Oh, no. Wait, keep playing it.
Okay. I will. This part. This gets me every time. I love this shit. No?
This is John and Mike piece. I can tell his leads, man. I can tell.
Oh, really?
I can tell Mike's leads. Yeah. I didn't do this one at all. I had nothing to do with it.
They broke up, so they don't play this anymore, so you don't hear it. But I was a big fan of that one when they were a team. So
one of my favorites that I did personally, even though the library sample. I mean, the song that they used for him before was better, but they basically had me recreate it. Was the guy Lindsay Dorado?
Really?
Yeah, that
Lindsay Dorado. You never the Golden Rush. Let's not get an ad. We got an ad here, so we'll play. So yeah, Lindsay Dorado is a wrestler. He's a cruiserweight wrestler. You don't see too much of him on TV, but here's this one. Yeah, I know this one.
I like this stuff.
This isn't mine. This is the.
Oh, this isn't yours?
No, this is it. Oh, I did write this one. I was thinking the wrong. Oh, Grand Metallic. I wrote this one too. This was based on a Megadeth track.
Okay, so you did Grand.
This jam has one of my sickest solos in it. To be honest with you.
Oh, really? Oh, let's play that. Well, because it's a theme song, the solo comes in at what? 30 seconds?
Right around here, actually. After this little build-up.
Oh, shit. Are you playing this, Tom?
Yeah.
Wow. Ray, we got a professional musician on our show.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
It's very Marty Friedman style.
That's good, man. That's good stuff. Because you don't see Lindsay Dorado on TV too much, so you don't really hear the theme. Obviously, you don't hear the theme song.
Yeah, it was the two Lucha guys that did at the same time. I'm thinking of Grand Metallic.
Yeah. Excuse me. It's Grand Metalik. Okay. Jesus.
Metalik. Excuse me. Yeah, I did those both in the same week, and that's actually when I stopped working with them full time. But really? they were loaded up there, so they asked me to put my heavy metal chops down.
It's called Metallico. Oh, and you put the horns in it too. Look at you.
Oh, this was so much fun.
I can imagine it was.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
He's like a heavy metal luchador. Heavy metal. What the hell are they called when they fight the bulls? Ray, I can't remember. Shit.
Matador.
Yeah, that's it. Matador.
I mean, I like this shit because, like, the reference track they sent me was whatever he was coming out to first, and it was awesome. It was some band who did like mariachi, like heavy metal, and man, that song was better than mine. But they wanted to own the song,
right?
I was gonna say before you even said that, I was gonna say it's mariachi meets Metallica. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
And like this whole writing style is very similar to like some of the like Nordic folk bands like Korpiklani and Fintroll.
Yep.
And so I was just pulling a lot from that, you know, in my head because I used to listen to that shit when I was younger.
What's nice about this, it doesn't repeat every 30 seconds. So like we're a minute 15 in and it just started going back to what it was at the beginning.
Yeah, this every now and then there was those exceptions made. And the original to this song, it was a full 3 minutes where only the choruses and pre-choruses repeated because the verses were different. It was one of the coolest songs I wrote, and there was actually a blast beat in one of them. I don't know if you guys listen to any death metal at all, but a blast beat is basically
Ray does all the time.
yeah, it's basically a blast beat is like a super fast beat where the snare drum is going as fast as the kick drum in simplest terms. Right. So it's, you know,
I learned about those from Not for Human Consumption. I learned what a blast beat was. So that's it's Ray.
Yeah,
it's when it goes
all over. What was the name of their band again? I forgot. The Ghosts?
Ghost Walk.
Ghost Wolf?
Ghost Walk.
Ghost Walk.
Yeah. Ghost Walk. Those are my buddies. I love those guys. Yeah.
Great guys.
Give them all
really good guys.
Kisses on the cheeks. I can't believe you guys lost a drinking contest to those pussies, though, by the way. I mean, come on. One of them drinks White Claw. Tom, Jesus Christ.
I know. Dude, how do you lose to a guy that drinks White Claw?
I'll be honest with you. They put up hell of a fight. And also, when I proposed the rules to that game, and I knew that no one was going to look great at the end of it. Because I had tried it once before. It was a 3:16 challenge. 3 hours to drink 16 beers.
Oh, Christ.
3 hours to drink 16 beers. What kind of, could you pick your beers?
We all did Coors Light just to make it easy.
All right.
I tried it once with Budweiser. I got 10 in and man,
sick thinking of it. Jesus.
Back in my early 20s, we almost did a 30 beers in a day type thing. We thought that might be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we kept joking we would just drink O'Doul's just to, you know, cheat the system there.
Technically, yeah. I mean, like the volume is what got me, you know, like, I can hang drinking, you know, I can go out and do shots for a long time and I'm pretty well composed, but the volume thing is just like, after 6 beers, it's ridiculous.
Fucking a lot. So, Andre the Giant used to do like 90 in a night though, man. But so you got some work to do, but
yeah, true. But he could eat my dog.
Yeah, he could.
Das Boot.
Oh God, Tom, this is super interesting. I love talking to you about this stuff. I don't know if anybody else is going to find it interesting. It's super interesting to me. I had never heard that Grand Metalik theme song. And if I did, it was during the Cruiserweight Challenge in 2017 or 2016, whatever the fuck that was. So I don't remember it. And yeah, it's so cool because I was just texting Chris O.C. I'm like, hey, I'm talking to the guy who did Kevin Owens music. And he's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, man, it's super interesting. He's telling me how all this works. And so it's a lot of fun. I could do this forever, man. I could do this forever, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna because, yeah. How long did you
do whatever you want? I'm clear for another hour or so. We can ride or we can talk. Let's talk about other shit though. I mean, you know,
I can review all day. Real quick. I just want to know, you know, how long did you work for CFOs and then what did CFOs stand for? Did it have anything or is it just fun to put a $ as an S?
I don't even know. I remember
Okay.
before I was part of the group.
They paid me.
Before I was part of the group, I was friends with the guy who got me the job, my buddy John, and the first gig that he got was the Monday Night Raw theme. And
Which one?
The Tonight is
Before
the
they
Night.
started using real music?
What do you mean? I don't even know.
When in 2016, after they had a quote unquote brand split, they used a Shinedown song for a year, and then they used another song, I don't know what, and now they're using a Legendary by, I think, Skillet. So that, like, they're using.
Oh, yeah. No, this was, this was
Skillet.
2012, I think.
Okay, I wasn't watching that. Right.
That was like their first contract gig that they got. They were still working with Jim Johnston at that point.
Yeah.
And, so what ended up happening was when you, basically WWE is like, we need a band name to put down on these royalties, on the ASCAP royalty shit. So when people look it up, it's not just two dudes, because it's branding the same way that,
Yeah.
no wrestler really goes out with their real name. It's the same fucking shit,
Yeah. What's crazy is that you had the CFOs and the S was a $, right? And then all of a sudden you had Adam Cole debut with, Fish and O'Reilly. So you had Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly as the Undisputed Era, which was CFO. All right. And they had that in one of their logos, CFO. And then they had Roderick Strong join their group. So it actually became CFOs with an S. I always thought that was funny.
Weird.
Yeah.
I remember, I think if you look up that Tonight is the Night song, that was a different name. It was like Chrome Static or something.
Really?
And then, no one liked it. So none of us had anything to do with that CFO's name, but, it was basically a house collective. It was me, my two buds, John and Mike. And then there was, two other guys who were writing music as well. And I think there was a couple like satellite West Coast guys when they were trying to pump out a lot of talent at NXT, but I never met them and I don't know their names. So whatever.
Ray, imagine if we could make money doing stuff we loved, like anything. That'd be cool, right?
Right. Well,
We could just
I
hang
was
out.
actually going to ask.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was by myself in a basement all the time. I was basically like,
I'm in a basement right now, dude. So hell yeah.
I'm at the same fucking basement I wrote all those fucking songs at,
Fucking awesome.
like-
Ray, what were you going to ask, buddy? I'm sorry. I don't want to block you out here.
Tom, so I'm curious how you got into that with WWE because, I feel like it kind of comes around in two ways, but maybe you have different stories. Either you're just looking for a job and it pops up and they're like, hey, we're going to interview you, and you go, oh, cool. Look, a big company. Like, why not? Right. Or was it like you specifically wanted to work there and you spent a bunch of effort trying to get in there?
no, this is very much a case of who I knew. It was who I knew and what I did in my spare time. I was working in a fucking deli and I was playing in a band called Ultrageist, and the drummer of my band Ultrageist, my good friend Joe, he knew this dude John, and he was a producer, and we needed to go produce our first record. So we went over to his place and we tracked a bunch of shit. Me and John got along really well, and we started hanging out and sharing music with each other and expressing all kinds of like, Ultrageist was an experimental death metal, like prog project, but he was really into electronic music and producing in general. And I really like a lot of breakcore electronic music, like Venetian snares and fucking Aphex Twin, things like that. So
Bunch of stuff. I have no idea what it is, but yeah. Okay.
yeah, me and John started bonding over that, and then I started showing him the music I was writing like that, and he was like, "Oh, okay, you're not like a one-trick pony. You know how to write death metal, and you know how to write all kinds of weird electronic shit." So he was working for this company. They got a contract with WWE. They were looking for writers. He hit me up. He was like, "Hey, if you can write some of the weird shit you've been writing, you could probably do this." So
Oh, that's cool.
that company ended up hiring like 6 or 7 people to come in and write. And over the next 6 months, we were basically tricked into an internship because we were told we were going to get paid and we weren't.
Yeah.
But we all
hand
had to
job's
fight
still
it
a
out.
hand job, no matter what they call it. So, yeah.
Could you imagine WWE? And WWE at this point was trading at $11 on the public
Right.
market. This time last year, they were up to 99.
Wow.
I'm only bringing that up because I got let go during that massive increase because they said they didn't have money.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So at any rate, we it was however many peripheral writers, and they a couple of the producers really liked what I was writing for the bed music, background shit for their library. And
You should
they
try to
put
get
me on
hired
Q
by
duty, and then
AEW
they
then.
hired me.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about it, but I actually just got a new job, and
Okay.
I'm very psyched on it because it's a little more my speed. Because I don't really want to, like Rem, what you were saying before, how I would be lying if I said it didn't kill a little bit of the music thing for me.
Yeah.
Doing that kind of day job. It did a little bit. And it was enough where I didn't want to do that. I think that's why I started doing podcasts in general, because
Right,
it's just conversation. And I think more people can get shit out of podcasts than they can out of esoteric music that I like to write.
Yeah, I hear you. So let me ask you, Tom. Now we'll move on here, and I'm going to keep you for the whole show as long as you can stay. We'll do Dick of the Week in a few minutes here.
Dude, I love to hang
but-
out. I'm having a great time. I feel like
Oh,
a lot of this
awesome.
has been me. I feel like I'm a few
it
beers
has.
in. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
No, Tom, I gotta tell you, we've had a couple of great
where am
podcasts in a row with Matt a couple weeks ago and Lisa and Lindsay from Garbage and Gold last week. They're great
Yeah,
podcasts.
great
We had a lot of fun. But this is at the top. This is in my top 5 of all the 82 episodes we've done. Because this tickles me. I love this. I love talking to you about music and the WWE music especially. So this is fantastic. So Tom, if you had to write, so you've listened to at least 2 of our shows, the one you were on and this one.
Soon to be 3.
Yeah. And if you've heard the theme music at least twice, and kind of our sense of humor. If you had to write a theme song for the Rich Dickman show, like how do you think that would go? Is it going to be like a hard and fast open, or is it kind of like a slow build, or like what would your ideas be?
I would honestly have to sit on it for a little bit. Totally honest with you. I think the theme song you have right now is pretty good. When I first heard it, the first time we were recording, or rather the first time I listened to it before we recorded, the intro, that like really broken up sounding, it's like a drum beat thing going on there, but it's it takes a few seconds for it to get all hi-fi. I actually like that. I like the broken up audio sound, and then it goes like hit you in the balls.
You're
and
making
then let
me
that
smile.
play for like 5 seconds, and then do the intro.
Because that drum sound is the original intro to the song. We changed it after Huel left us. And so I have the broken up, kind of like an AM transmission type of drum beat, and it blends into the new song. Yeah. I did that. I produced that.
I think it sounds good, man. I would, if anything, I would do a higher res version of that, but I would still leave the intro sounding, like a bit crushed.
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but fuck you, Ray. I told you I know what I'm doing. You asshole.
No, it's good. I would use, I guess what I'm saying is I would definitely use the pre-existing one as a guideline because it works.
Yeah, I can't remember, because I remember we kind of discussed it and we were going not like back and forth, but like I listened, we had a
shit
few
with you.
versions.
You weren't on the show yet.
No, I'd heard it before it started, and it was what do I say? The one thing I thought was when it transitioned from the one to the other, there was a little bit of it felt like a hard cut, but like the way it is now, I love it, dude. I get so pumped up.
Yeah, it pumps me up. All right. So Tom, we're gonna do some other things tonight. We're gonna mostly Dick of the Week. All right. So I don't know if you remember what Dick of the Week is, but Dick of the Week is where we determine who the Dick of the Week is. That's exactly what I just said. I've had I got drunk early tonight.
It's nice to
Tom.
have a explanation for your
I got further elaboration.
I'm sorry, I had a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's nice when a
I went to the
segment
liquor
explains
store.
itself.
I got a bottle of wine and I got some hard ciders from Stowe, Vermont. And I had a hard cider at dinner and I hadn't eaten really anything today. So I got drunk early and then I got sober, but I got this whiskey going. So I'm drunk again. So forgive me. But there's a couple things I do want to, it's something you're used to, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. I mean, I'm a drinker. Actually, I'll let you know a little inside scoop. I don't drink that much during roast mortem anymore.
No.
Even though that show is entirely based on drinking.
You got to keep Travis in line.
Yeah, Travis drinks. He keeps drinking. I've pulled it back. I'll still have a few. But I noticed we run for a long time. You've heard the episodes. Yeah. They're obviously edited because we kind of ramble. Sometimes the rambling works, sometimes it doesn't. So if it doesn't work, so we're looking at 3-hour roll times for us.
Jesus Christ.
It is really, really hard to stay sober. I mean, to stay alert and drunk for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I've had to cut it back a bit. And so I get it, you know. I don't know why I just had I had to make that a point to everyone.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Yes, please.
This is a bad piece of advice. The most popular stream I ever did, I probably streamed for like 8 hours. And at the end of it, I was drinking the whole time. By the time I got to the end of it, like, I couldn't tell you up from down. All I know is there was a shitload of people watching. So, maybe
you
give that a shot.
Out. You get your titties out and you're showing off your ass. Yeah.
Hey, maybe. I don't even remember. I was way too drunk.
Ray, I will do, can I do a stream with you?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
We'll do that. We'll get drunk. Roast mortem is a totally different thing. Like, we all have our producer hats on, you know?
True, yeah.
I am audio engineering. I am doing all this shit. We're doing all this research. Yeah, there's a lot of jokes and we have to like kind of stick to we have our own grid we've made. And we have to like kind of stay on this grid. But like,
oh man,
when I jump on a podcast like this, I'm having just as much fun and I don't have the like pressure to stay on that. In fact, I'm probably destroying your grid if there is any. Because I just
we have Oh, dude, our grid is like tight, man.
Fucked.
God damn it.
We're gonna edit. We're basically gonna edit all of you out.
Hey, speaking of producer hat, let me just throw this out there really, really quick because I don't want to forget him. It's your buddy, our buddy, everybody's buddy, Cody. Cody from Roast Mortem. He produced my chicken wing video, and I cannot thank him enough. He was even kind enough to do offer to do another one. I just haven't been able to get out with my crew to do something. Cody, if you're listening, man, I love you. Thank you so much for doing that chicken wing thing. Check out the chicken wing video. It's on our YouTube channel. If you search Rich Dickman, it'll be there. But Cody put all that together. He stepped up like a champ and it looks great. It's just fucking amazing. I'm so happy with what he did.
He's a great editor. Anyone looking for an editor out there, reach out to Cody.
Absolutely. It's Cody.
He's a
Cody
really
McCann.
good head on him. He's got sharp eye for cutting.
Yep.
Yeah.
At Cody McCann with 2 N's on Twitter. So check it out. That's right. So Ray, I'm gonna skip a lot of the stuff we have. We can do that when we talk again. Yeah. I mean, you know when that's going to be. But there is one thing that I do want to mention, especially with the Music Man here, is that, the best part of a song, Ray, Tom, and you don't hear this in all the songs, but when you do hear it, you know it's there and it makes a song even better. Is that, oh God, I gotta get I need a song here. Here, I'm gonna play some Grand Metalik song and I'm gonna do it, okay? You ready? Here it goes. I gotta turn the volume up. So,
my God.
Yeah. So any song,
perfect.
Any song that gives you an in the middle of it, like in the middle of a beat, is the best song in the world. I love that shit. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from. All I know is that you can add that to a lot of songs. Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Okay. Living on a prayer. You can add an in there and it makes the song even better. Tom, as a music professional, what is it about the adding of the in between a beat that makes something just so much more fulfilling and joyful and amazing?
Oh man. I don't know if I can get to the science of sound right now, but it's I don't know because I really don't share the same opinion as you, but you're not wrong because people really do love that.
Yeah.
Like I've never really picked up on that and been like, yeah, that's my shit. But at the same time, like how are people still doing it and selling so many records? Well, obviously they're doing something right.
Cause it's fucking, it's great.
So
I think I add on all the times in front of my kids and they look at me like, Daddy, are you crazy? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm making music better. Sorry, Ray, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, I agree with the sentiment, even though it's not my, like, it's not my subjective go-to. There's something about like, it's always on it's always on a 1 or an upbeat.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's never on a 2, 3, or 4. It's like something real powerful about it, but yeah. I mean, honestly, it felt good just doing that.
See what I mean?
Maybe because it just feels good going,
Oh, shoot.
When you write our new theme music, Tom, you got to add an in there.
It's just going to be
yeah,
and that's it, just on repeat. It's the A and the B.
Oh my god, you're gonna have like a half-hour theme song.
It's gonna be the best. We just played the whole song. Fucking awesome.
No, I was literally driving home today and listening to the radio, and some AC/DC came on, and I'm like, dude, AC/DC. I don't think there's a band that has more songs that get you pumped up. And like, I won't even try and tell you that the chords that they play are complicated. Like, they're simple, all that stuff. But I was thinking about it because I'm listening to the song, like If You Want Blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's the timing of it and things like that. And they do kind of that. There's a spot where it like pauses and it goes like, if you want blood. And you go, oh, that's pretty good. Like kind of an moment.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's not that it's necessarily the best part of the song. It's that no one ever fails at it almost, right? Like every time you hear it, you go, awesome. Like it gets you back into it. So I don't know what you're definitely onto something there, Ram. Like it's a good part. I don't know.
Agreed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. AC/DC is a good example of that too, because they're such like, they're such elementary songwriters, and that's what makes them so good. They have a swing, like there's a feel to all their shit. It's not about being complicated. And
dude, I love AC/DC and because it's not complicated and it is simple. It repeats a lot. I mean, you're not talking, like you said, it is elementary in a lot of ways. I feel like I don't know how to play guitar, but I feel like if I was going to learn, it wouldn't be that hard to figure out how to play a lot of their songs.
You would be surprised as to how hard, rather the point that's missed with AC/DC amongst guitar players, because the chords they're playing are nothing crazy, but you have to really feel the music. So it's staying in time, but then also being on this like swing thing that's happening with all their songs. So that's what makes them so good. You know, if you tabbed all their songs out and quantized them, so it was just straight notes, it would be really boring. But there's something about the way that band grooves. Like the drummer is so in the field. Malcolm Young really holds it down well. So it's
like me when I'm playing bass, Ray. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah. So we got a couple emails, Ray. I'm going to read these out because I think they're worth reading. All right. The first one is from Aniaka. Hi, greetings. I'm reaching out to see if you're looking for some upgrade, repair, redesign, or a complete revamp of your current website. We have a team of fast and efficient designers and developers who can think out of the box and can meet your expectations with on-time delivery of your project. Unlike you, Ray, I would be happy to share a work portfolio. Looking forward to your earliest feedback. All right, so that's one email we got.
So first of all, that's a boilerplate template that literally everything IT related. If we can meet your deadlines, meet your goal, What's your criteria? This is
richstickmanshow@gmail.com. And the next email we got is from Vincent Lee. It simply says, let us work. So I don't know what that means, but it means something. I close that. Okay. Now, because, Tom, I don't know if you know this, but Ray is contractually obligated for us to play at least 2 of his bumpers every week. we have to play this one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I put
it
so
is
much
now
effort into
time
these.
to introduce this
So
week's
much effort.
finalist for Dick of the Week.
Yeah.
And here's our first nominee.
That took me 8 hours. 8 straight hours.
Sounds good, man.
Hey guys, it's Mars with a Dick of the Week, which you probably won't get to, like you haven't got to all the other ones recently.
God damn it, Mars.
But here goes, because it's
Blame Rem.
so
I have
dickish,
nothing to do with this
it's
part.
kind of a no-brainer. And I'm going to
A
send
lot of guests.
a picture of the suspect in question, so you could kind of just see what we're dealing with. So, the story out of the AP, headline, Pet shop owner says suspects threw stolen guinea pig at him. Now, P.S. growing up, we had a guinea pig.
Did she say suspect threw a stolen guinea pig?
Well, it's not stolen.
That's what
man.
it sounded like.
Yes, I think that's what she said.
Oh my god.
They're not gross like hamsters. They're very nice little guys. So anyway, here we go. A
She
Kentucky
is so
pet store
awesome
owner
with
says
this.
2 women stole a pair of guinea pigs, lobbing one of the animals at him during their escape. News outlets report 21-year-old
Lobbed.
Isabel Mason and 19-year-old Jamie Pack, and P.S. Jamie is spelled Jaimee. So, okay. So on Saturday,
Ew.
tried to smuggle the animals.
Hold on, Hot Drummer News, babe. I got to tell you, I have
Part
a
of those
really good
progressive
friend of mine,
commercials.
and her name is Jamie, Jaime, just one E. So be careful, all right? Be careful who you insult, all right? I learned my lesson.
Well,
Yeah.
she said 2 E's.
Paradise without.
yeah, 2 E's is bad, but, you know,
Yeah,
one
that's
E
what
is
I'm
cool.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta clarify how many
Yeah.
E's are in the Jamie.
You just
Yeah.
gotta be careful. You just be careful. All right.
Pain.
Look, I've been
The
wrong.
owner, Scott Gagnon, told the TV station he confronted the subjects, screaming, "Give me the guinea pig!" as they got into the car. One suspect rolled down a window and tossed a 4-month-old guinea pig named Lucky onto the concrete. The other
Named
suspect
Lucky.
ran over Gagnon's foot with the car. He says he suffered bruising. Lucky wasn't injured, and the other guinea pig remains missing. Jail records show that the police have charged the women with shoplifting, robbery, and animal cruelty. It's unclear whether they have lawyers. So
They don't have lawyers.
enjoy. I don't think they do. And, keep on keeping on. Talk to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mars.
She's got a good voice.
Oh, she's the
She
best.
should-
She's so good at that.
I've told her, I said, the
she's
second you
really
get a
good.
good microphone, you'll be a regular on the show. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Get her a
So we
microphone.
have, we have, the chick who threw a guinea pig at the store owner. Okay. Ray, you put these in here. Okay. We gotta get this other one from Hot Drummer News Babe as well. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
mad at me. And this is a Russian
We don't want
professor cries watching video of himself dumping lover's limbs into river. Okay.
Okay.
This is from the New York Post.
Just the limbs.
Just the limbs. A Russian professor who beheaded his lover and then planned to commit suicide dressed as Napoleon Bonaparte cried in court Monday as he watched surveillance footage of himself dumping her body parts, a report said. St. Petersburg State University teacher Oleg Sokolov, a 63-year-old renowned Napoleon historian and reenactor, has admitted to gunning down student-turned-gal pal Anastasia Yashenko, 24, in his home last week, authorities said. The victim had told her brother in a tearful phone call before her murder that Sokolov was jealous because she wanted to go to a friend's birthday party, according to news outlet Crime Russia. The victim told her sibling that Sokolov had kicked her out of his apartment where she had been living with him, but that she needed to return to collect her things. When she did return Thursday, Sokolov killed her, cops said. The famous professor, who was once given France's highest award, the Legion of Honor, for his academic achievements, shot his young girlfriend 4 times, including once in the head, with a sawed-off shotgun, and then chopped her head off and limbs, police said. He stuffed at least her arms in a backpack and was tossing them into the nearby Moika River in St. Petersburg when he accidentally toppled into the frigid waterway and had to be rescued by the police.
What an idiot.
How embarrassing.
I'm so
They're
glad.
like,
I
how'd
kept
you
reading.
fall in? I was trying to dispose of my girlfriend's limbs.
Sokolov soon admitted to his grisly crime,
Discreetly.
adding to cops that he had later planned to kill himself at a famous local tourist site while dressed as Napoleon. Sokolov wept in Russian court Monday as he watched surveillance images from 4 a.m. Saturday in which he appears to Pierce headed to the river to dump Yashchenko's limbs. Yeah. So this guy killed his girlfriend, chopped her up, and fell into the river that he was dumping her into.
All right, so I got a couple quick ones. First of all, whenever they use the word grizzly in an article, it's either like at the outset or near the end. They always bury it at the end or use it at the beginning. And I feel like they bury it at the end when they're trying to like really make a point. Anyway, the other thing is, what do you think the bagel boss was wearing when he had that stroke?
Oh my goodness. That's what I was thinking all the time.
I'm just curious. Like, is there any documentation on this? Can we track this down?
Tom, I'm gonna need an article or something, a news report.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'll pull it up, but don't pay attention to me right now.
All right, we won't. We're going to go into the next Dick of the Week nomination.
Yeah, please do.
This is from NBCNews.com. The title: OK Boomer is dividing generations. What does it mean? Why OK Boomer may be our best chance to bridge the intergenerational divide. Oh God, Ray, how long is this article? Holy shit. Okay, so I'm gonna shorten this. Is that somebody tweeted out that like using boomer is like using the N-word, and I'm just gonna say no, it's not, because as Dylan said on the last Not For Human Consumption, we can say boomer and we can't say the N-word, so they are very different indeed. Well, all right, so go ahead.
I don't know. Like, I'm not like one of those huge First Amendment guys. Like, I 100% believe in the First Amendment, and I don't like to block people saying shit, but I also don't think saying the N-word and shit, like, is a great idea, you know? To be compared boomer to the N-word,
no, they're very different.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's a general racial name. It's like, you're like, obviously it's derogatory because you're being called out for something, you know? Like, how many times has a boomer said damn millennials?
Right.
And it's like, I'm a millennial, but I don't care enough to like bring it up.
Damn millennials.
Yeah. The N-word has enough historical connotation, negative connotation to it, that we know we don't say it anymore at all. Saying it is bad because it's a bad word. And I am a free speech absolutist, absolutely. And you have a right to say the N-word if you want to, and I have a right to not listen to you. I will never say it, of course. But boomer, if you're going to say that's comparable to the N-word, well, that's just kind of taking away, years of history, that's more associated with the N-word. There's a word
I think it's a troll, though. That whole thing with like the boomer, like people actually comparing the boomer to the N-word, I think that's a troll.
It's like the people who think the OK hand symbol is a white power symbol. That's a troll as well. That started as a troll. So
that's why I will never stop doing that one, because dude, okay. Give me a fucking break. Everyone's been doing that for their entire lives, you know?
Absolutely. Svensson. Like, God damn it. It's okay means okay. It does not mean white power. Jesus. And I would go so far as to argue that the white supremacist quote unquote problem is very minimal. There aren't very many white supremacists in the world. We just amplify the few that are there. Right?
Yeah. Because we love sensationalizing, and we love jerking off on.
We could probably extinguish them.
You know what,
no,
Ray?
You let them float around, dude. They're easy targets.
Yes, because you know what? You marginalize them by making fun of them and making them look like idiots, right? That's how you get rid of them. You meme them to death.
That's true.
The great meme wars of 2016 is what I've read somewhere. But you make the white supremacists look like an idiot.
Themselves. These people kill themselves because communities like that don't grow that much. Like, yes, there are radical Islamists, because there's there's a billion fucking Islams, you know?
Yeah.
So that's like a thing that they have. White supremacists, like that's basically a form of Christianity in a way.
Yeah.
Not all of them are practicing Christians, but it has a lot to do with that ideology. It's like those people, they're just fucking themselves in the long run. Like, what the fuck? For A, what the hell did they get out of it, any of it? And B, why am I going to stop it? They just look like jackasses.
Yeah. And today's media will turn one white supremacist into 1,000.
Exactly.
When it's not the case.
So I'm not like, I don't think bringing attention to it is the best thing, because fuck it.
Right. So if you're reporting on white supremacists, you should be making fun of them or not reporting them at all because they don't matter. Right? Because a white supremacist
if it's right
has
in front
never
of
changed
you, you
anybody's
should say
opinion.
Yeah.
Right. And
listen, if someone says something fucked up to any friend of mine, I mean, like, I'm Jewish. Someone calls me a kike and they're just fucking joking around. Like, I could deal with it. Like, I've never really snapped at anyone. And I live in a very white area where I've heard shit like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if someone goes after someone for being black, like, you know, I've seen people step in. More people will step in than not.
Right. There's a lot of good people in this country and this world that we forget about because we want to sensationalize shit. And we want to
exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Sorry, had too many drinks.
That's okay, man. I got half a bottle of Evan Williams in me. Ray, have you ever met a Jewish person in your life? Because this might be a first for you, Ray, in your NorCal community. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, we thought we were Jewish until about a year ago.
Yeah, we found out you were Asian.
So,
yeah,
you know.
Tom, did you know that
So,
Ray,
you know, things
Ray is
change.
actually a
Things
minority
change.
in his own family? He's Asian.
Yeah.
Ray he's married to a Mexican woman who has a wonderful Mexican family. And when he's with them, he is the minority because he is a quarter Asian.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
that
something
blows your
else.
mind. Yeah, it really is. So, boomer's not
I guess
akin
the funny
to
stuff
the
is
N-word.
that-
And that's not.
Right, that's
I'm
what
not
we're
gonna-
getting at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So somewhere in this article, it says that, I don't know who's saying this exactly, but people, apparently somebody's a spokesperson for people saying, okay, boomer. They are saying that when they say, okay, boomer, in this case, they're referencing it as an older, angry white male who's shaking his fist at the sky while not being able to take an insult. Which, I mean, when you use it in that way, how do you equate that to the N-word? Like, that doesn't make any, like, how do you connect the two?
It's people wanting to be victims, Ray. People are like, oh my God, my feelings are hurt. I am now, it's comparable to me being called the N-word.
Yeah,
It's
and
just ridiculous.
that exactly pinpoints why people think that saying okay boomer is a problem, because they can't take a joke. It's literally saying you're all this specific type of person that can't take a joke. And then they're like, no, you're saying I'm like the equivalent of the N-word. Yeah, you can't take a joke.
I think most of the time. Go ahead, Tom.
Like I said before, the whole, I'm a millennial. The people, you have the Gen Xers and then the fucking boomers. Like, that's not an insult at any point, you know? Ageism doesn't fucking exist. It really doesn't. If someone older than you treats you with less respect, it's probably because a lot of people around them who are your age have no idea what the fuck they're doing in their perspective. So what the fuck is the point of getting angry at that shit?
You're so smart.
I don't know. Like, what was it? Back in the 50s, up to the 50s, like the term gay was happy. And now gay is gay as of the 1970s, like over 20 years.
And now we can't even use
definition
the
of
other F word anymore.
Yeah, the other F-word, it used to mean a bundle of sticks. Like growing up, we were like, a bundle of sticks.
No, but straight up, gay was happy, and now it's now gay is gay, but that took 20 years. Like, this only took 3 months.
3 months.
You know?
That 3 weeks.
Yeah. Next time I see my mom, I'm going to call her a boomer. I'm like, hey, boomer, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking
Call her
boomer.
a gay boomer.
Call her gay boomer.
Yeah. Hey, gay boomer. I call my mom gay all the time. She thinks it's
quick
hysterical.
Quick story about the other F word is that back in 1992, when radio was a big thing, my buddy and I were home from school because it was a snow day. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you guys had a total phone where you could have like 2 or 3 people, 3 or more people on the line at the same time. Well, I had the total phone. So I had my buddy on the line and we would call the radio station, and the radio station picked up once. And so I had my buddy say, hey, we're going to call the radio station and you're going to be like, you're going to complain about something. So he did, and we were both like in 7th grade, so we still had high-pitched voices. So the radio host, I think it was Gary Craig at the time, says, oh man, you sound adorable. And I was on the other line, I'm like, oh, well, you're and I said the other F word and on the radio, and they played it. They put it on the air. It was so as a call. So
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back in 7th
Times have
grade,
changed.
I used the other F word on live radio and it got played. And, that's what I'm famous for. Tom, I don't know if you knew that or not. I shouldn't drink so much when we do these things.
Are you the kid who said the F word on the radio, on college radio?
I can never run for public office. Okay.
I mean, shit, I thought I was going to build a resume to be on Roast Mortem, but God, I think you got me beat.
Yeah.
He used the F word one time. Well, man, the amount of shit that slips between the cracks because we've done it ourselves.
Yeah. Basically, everybody needs to take a deep breath and fucking relax. Okay. So of our nominations for Dick of the Week, we have the people who threw the hamster out the window. Oh shit, I just broke something. No, I got it. They threw the hamster out of the window. We have the gentleman who killed his girlfriend and fell into the river while dumping her body into it. And we have people who think boomer is akin to the N-word. Let me play Ray's contractually obligated bumper.
After much deliberation, the incredibly handsome expert judges have come to the consensus that this week's Dick of the Week award goes to...
All right, Tom, as our guest, as our honored guest tonight, who do you think the Dick of the Week is?
The hamster person.
Hamster person. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Ray, your thoughts?
Ooh, see, this is so difficult. I would say the hamster person.
Hamster person as well.
Hamster
all right.
person,
So it's
yeah.
2-1. So the
leaning that
hamster
way.
person's winning. I do agree. Who the fuck throws a hamster at somebody? Like, what are we doing anymore? Like, what's you're going in, you're stealing a hamster from a goddamn pet store, and then you throw it at the guy saying, hey, give me my hamsters back. Like, that's not, first of all, you're thefting wrong. You're supposed to take everything and get the fuck out of there. Second of all, what the hamster do to you, man? If you're
Bring a
stealing
gun,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're stealing them because
bring
you
a
think
gun.
they're cute.
This
Some
is-
shit.
You brought a hamster to a gunfight.
This is not the hamster's fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the professor and this young lady, she should know better. She should know
Right.
better not to date an old man who's probably lonesome for a long time. Probably has
And you
alcohol
don't know the whole story.
all the time.
She could have been really fucking annoying too. You don't know. Like, we don't know the whole story there. But yeah, I agree. You shouldn't date
people have
somebody that
more
much older.
autonomy. They can make more shitty decisions than a hamster.
Right.
That's basically
Yeah.
in a very dry a fish tank, you know?
Yeah.
That's all.
The hamster is just chilling out, like running on its wheel, like, yo, I'm getting some exercise. This is fucking awesome. Like, I'm running a mile and it doesn't even feel like it. This is great. Like, I'm going to go eat some of this fucking wood and I'm going to go piss in this other wood. It's going to be fucking awesome. And then all of a sudden, a hand is grabbing it. It's like,
Life
oh
is
shit,
awesome.
this hand is cold. Where the fuck are we going? And then you're in a car and it's like, wait a second. What is this thing? This isn't my hamster wheel. We're actually moving somewhere. And then out of nowhere, you're flying through the air like fucking Superman and you smack some guy in the chest. Like, what the fuck are you? What's even happening anymore?
Yeah.
So absolutely.
And all your brothers and sisters are now in a Honda Civic that's playing XXXTentacion, thinking that they got away with shit. It smells like Jack in the Box and vape.
Yeah. like coconut vape, which is the shittiest vape. Absolutely.
They didn't do anything right there. The boomer people,
Fuck
they
those
know
people.
not what they do. They're idiots. But
They're
they don't
idiots.
know.
And
They don't know why
Napoleon
they're
Killer
idiots.
just got pissed off. He is a fit of passion and rage.
That's not dick. That's just,
Yeah.
he's just killer.
I'm going to assume
So
that woman had huge tits and just a fucking mouth, you know? A fucking mouth
Yeah.
that would... She goes over there to leave. I'll show
Yeah.
you, lady. I'll show you what it's
This
like to
bitch-
leave.
She wanted a good grade in her class, so she started sucking her professor's dick. You don't do that. That's not good decisions, man. That's not good decisions you
Nope.
make in life. You got to work for your grades, not suck dick
gotta
for your
cut the
grades.
balls.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Yeah,
The guy got his
you.
heart broken by a
So
big
so
titty
here's probably
Russian
what
woman.
here's what actually probably happened in that heist of the hamster heist. Is that they ended up going in there and grabbing the two of them, and the one person's like, "Damn it, this isn't a chinchilla." And they like toss it out, and they
How are we
they
supposed to
drove
make a
away.
coat?
Oh my God.
yeah, but you know what? I think I'm going to change my vote real quick and say I'm going to go to people that can't take an okay boomer. They're the dicks.
You know
And
what,
I'm looking
Ray?
at you, Dad. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
Hey, I need your dad to call him the
Called out
boomer
him.
shit, actually. Hey, Mr.
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah, that's what
Let me
I'm
know-
shooting for here.
Yeah, and actually call in, tell your dad to call in tonight, Ray, because we're going to need it for when we record tomorrow. Yeah. Please. All right. Tom, my man,
Yes.
plug your shit, brother. Tell us where we can find you and all your podcasts and all your friends and everything. Let's get that. Let's get it.
All right.
Give it to
Let's
me.
do that. So, I have two podcasts. One is history. It's Roast Mortem. The other one is death metal and grindcore. That is Heavy Hole. You can find those both on every streaming platform, Spotify and down and any other direction. They both have Patreons, patreon.com/roastmortemcast or patreon.com/heavyholepodcast. And, I am accepting money at all times, like a healthy
As you should
person.
be. Absolutely.
And guys, thanks for having me on. I always like.
Do you want
us
us to pay for your vacations?
Yes.
Just out of
yeah.
curiosity.
Do you
Yeah.
need $7,000 to go to Disneyland and take your wife there?
Would you like us to donate
Yeah.
$7,000 to you to go on vacation with your wife?
Well, I want to bring more friends, so can you up it?
So you did maybe 15,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
well, I mean, I'll
put the
bring,
word
if
out.
you guys get to 15,000, then I'll bring you two.
Well,
We used to
just
have a
change
Patreon.
change the value on the GoFundMe, and we'll make it happen.
There you go.
Just donate the money.
Make it happen. That's right.
Yep.
Tom, we used to have a Patreon, and then two of my three patrons like famously stopped being patrons like on the air, essentially. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So it must be nice to have fans and who support you.
They just don't like me. It's
fucking great.
fine.
But it's cool. We'll get Chris
I mean-
O.C. back. So, whoa, that whiskey hit me. Like when you drink, sometimes you have that shot of whiskey, right? And then it hits you just the wrong way and you just want to shiver. Like almost, wow, that was weird. Tom,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. I really appreciate that. Your deep dive into WWE music and the process there might not be interesting to anybody except me, but that's okay. I do this podcast for me.
Dude, it's fascinating.
It was
I just
great.
hope I made sense because I did have a
No,
bit
you
to
did.
drink tonight, and
You did. And if anybody doesn't think so, they can go fuck themselves because fuck it. I don't
Yeah.
care. Ray, plug your shit real quick before
Three
I
of
finish
us will
up here.
fight them.
Yeah.
On Twitter, Jules Winfeld,
Yeah.
not at Ray.
Yeah. You got to stream. Hey, Tom, do you play Diablo 3? Because then we can all play Diablo 3 together.
unfortunately, I don't. I am like,
man.
What do you play?
I haven't played a video game in months, and I used to like that was the only thing I did.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, but that's the thing that's nice about video games. You can pick it up and drop it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Like
but no, that gives you more time
well,
to make a
hopefully.
theme song for
Hopefully.
us. Like a REM specific theme song that I can like my own entrance music. So when I go into work every morning, I can get my iPhone out and I can play my theme song. Boom. You know, some shit like that. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk on Twitter, man. I'll get you something, whether
Definitely
it's for the
on
show
Twitter.
or your own personal use. You know, you're a friend.
We'll figure it out.
I'll-
Yeah.
you know, friend price.
Appreciate you.
So amazing.
Fucking see, that's
Well,
Ray.
what games?
You don't have that shit in California. This is Northeast crew, brother. Like we're going to get matching tattoos and everything. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, no, it's fine. I walk into work with all my bumpers.
In your big cowboy belt. Your big,
They're like, what? They're like, what is Dick of the Week? What?
the fuck are you talking
What
about?
is this?
Fucking weirdo.
They're like all looking around like, what is this guy
Shit.
doing?
I had a joke I wanted to make. I can't remember it now. Goddamn alcohol. All right, Ray, you plugged your shit. Are you
Tom,
done?
what
Yeah.
games do you play?
There you go.
What games do you actually play?
No,
If you want to.
honestly, I don't play shit with people online.
All right,
my-
then let's.
Yeah, don't
We'll set it up.
Don't
We'll-
even worry
we'll
about
play-
me because I am.
No. I got the perfect game. It's
He
called
needs the views.
WGT Golf.
Wait, what is it?
Golf. WGT Golf. Dude, it's the best game, best fun multiplayer game. Dude, the three of us, we can get another guy. It's super simple. You can figure out how to play it. It's just simple. Like you select your power. You try and hit you click it when it hits the right in the center. There's a little bar on the side. You know what I mean? Golf. It's super fun. And what you do is, when you watch the other guys play, you talk shit. That's all. That's the whole point of it. You talk shit. You're like, you fucking suck. It's amazing. It's amazing.
See, that's
We
the
do.
thing. I like. I would play a game like that because
Yes.
when I'm with other people, conversation is
Super
more
fun,
important,
dude.
even if I'm just
Yes.
talking at them, like
Yes.
the old Jewish grandma that I'm from in a way. She,
Yeah.
I'm a talker. So I like to,
Yeah.
if I'm with someone, I'm going to talk. So I need to zone out, So I'll play a golf game. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll set it up. We'll set it
Hey,
up.
Tom.
Perfect.
Tom,
Yes.
what's matzah? What is matzah made out of?
I don't know. It's just bullshit. and
I'm
wheat.
mozzarella.
I don't like
Jesus Christ, Ray! You fucking racist. I'm just asking, like, what matzah is made out of. It's like chicken. What is it? It's like a meatball.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, sorry. Matzah's just it's just wheat and salt and it's basically all the shit that goes into bread, but no
In chicken broth.
no yeast at all. No yeast at all. There's no
Oh,
chicken.
shit.
If you make matzo ball, what you do is if you want to make matzo ball soup, then you're using chicken broth, but you're taking matzos meal and you like ball it together with an egg and make little dumplings, kind of like German dumplings.
No shit.
And then you
Wow.
and you cook that together with onions and carrots and celery and in a chicken stock. You can go as in depth as you want with that.
Yeah, I'm so glad I asked. Wow, fuck you, Ray, you fucking racist. So you can follow us on Twitter at Rich Dickman Show, and you can email the show richdickmanshow@gmail.com. Go ahead and call the voicemail like Hot Drummer News Babe does at 860-316-4776 if you have a nomination for Dick of the Week or you want to tell us to go fuck ourselves. Whatever, I don't care. I would love the voicemails. Yeah, we're at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. I think I said that. You can find me on Twitter. I am at Rem Dickman. You can find my mother on Twitter at Rem_Mama. And you can find producer Ryan on Twitter at Ryan TRDS. Go ahead and follow Randy too at Sir Zero with an E at the end there. I haven't heard from him since our BlizzCon episode. And I would like to very quickly, Ray, and I don't do this very often, but I would like to apologize to my former Blizzard listeners, my Blizzard fans who used to listen, who I told you all to fuck off several weeks ago. Well, apparently you all did fuck off. I would like you to come back. I would like you to come back and listen to the show again. I didn't think you'd really fuck off. And our 7 3/4 listeners went down to 4. But
Wow.
if you could send this message out and say, I'm sorry, please enjoy all your Blizzard games. And fuck Hong Kong. Who cares, right? Who cares about China and Hong Kong? Who cares? Who gives a shit?
We're unaffected by this. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
Just download my show. That's it. Just download my show. Please. I miss you guys. But yeah.
Yeah, screw you. I cancel my WoW subscription.
Yeah. Check out all our friends, Not For Human Consumption. Check out Garbage and Gold. Check out Roast Mortem Cast. Check out Thought Cops. They're all awesome shows. All great people.
All great shows. Good peeps.
Absolutely.
Except us.
Except us.
Except Roast Mortem. Yeah, we're okay.
No, you guys are
Best.
fantastic. I love you guys. It's a fucking history lesson with fun in it. So it's
Yeah,
great.
dude, it's amazing.
I was mowing my lawn and I'm listening to
It
Roast
is
Mortem. I'm like, yeah, this is the shit. This is the shit right here. Goddamn right. So
Yeah, next time a history teacher tries to tell me how amazing some dead dude is, I'm
It's like,
fuck
you,
Guess what?
history teacher. Let's talk about real facts. They're dead now. Let's talk the truth. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with my very special birthday episode. That's also Thanksgiving, you guys. And that's it. Thank you. Good night.
No, all right.
See ya.
Oh man, this is where the music's playing, Tom. So you can say something
That's
silly
gonna
if you would
go.
like to.
Go down as one of the best top 90 episodes we've done.
Yeah. Top.
I'm just gonna
82.
click my mouse nonstop for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, you motherfucker, you need to learn how to click your mouse silently because that shit
I don't
is
think it's
all
the
over my
mouse.
podcast last few weeks.
It's not. It's not.
I have Matt like texting me. He's like, yo, I hear Ray's mouse clicks. I'm like, yo, Matt, come on, man. I'm driving right now. I can't properly respond to this.